Leo, now I'm going to pick on you a little bit.
Please.
Because the magic in ProVisors takes place in the affinity groups. And it's the affinity groups where there's people who are in a similar space to you, where those Venn diagrams are most obvious. Go to the human capital affinity group. Go to the coaches affinity group. And like Belle said, you'll find people who are in a similar space. On paper, you look similar. But in the reality, you actually have different sweet spots. And no one will understand it better than people that are in that similar space that can figure out your sweet spot. That's why people need to be going not only to home groups for guesting, but need to be going to affinity groups. And go to affinity groups in other regions, because now's the opportunity to make connections that will last for the rest of your career. And going to more affinity groups is going to absolutely ramp up your business.
And what Marc was going to pick on me about is the fact that I have only visited one affinity group meeting. I'm
in
sorry,
2 years.
I'm ashamed of this. Yeah, since 2018. And there's no excuse for it. But there's a component to it that I just want to highlight, which is one of the impetuses for this meeting, is somebody told me affinity groups aren't worth it. And they couldn't have been farther from the truth. And I listened to that and just took that for what it is. So that's why we wanted to have this conversation and provide advice. It's a lot more supported by data, a lot more supported by some very high performing provisors, and also people that have been cited that hopefully will chime up in the comments that can share best practices. So you, dear listener, if you have a method that's really worked for you in provisors, please share it in the comments. Let's start diving into those.